So my brother sent me this video on YouTube by the boy David Achu. He said that the young man was spitting facts. So let's tune in together and see if my brother know what he talk about. He just talking some bull.
Show of hands, who remembers this girl?
Hello, I'm Janelle, and I live in a van with my pet snake, Alfredo.
Janelle Eliana.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Does the name sound familiar? July 4th, 2019, she posted her first video about her kooky and quirky life in said van. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Makes me sick. Around this time, humble but impressive beginnings, about 20,000 subscribers. She posted another video. By July 19th, I gotta remove the stupid thing. She had 1 million. I gotta move the camera. Hold on. I didn't think I'd have to adjust the angle. Hold on.
Damn.
She had 1 million. I'm not jealous of her. Why would you say that? Shut up. I was 15 when this happened. And I remember watching her and her story and watching it all unfold and thinking to myself, wow, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. One video is all it takes for my biggest dreams to come true.
All right, let's see it through. Let's see it through. Let's see it through.
That did not happen.
That hole in the wall. Part 1, the first part.
Have you, dear viewer, had such aspirations? Quit your 9-to-5, be your own boss, live the glorious lifestyle of the rich and famous just because most people generally agree that your videos give off good vibes? As the foremost leading expert on this subject, don't Google that. Also, don't ask anybody. Also, don't look down just a little bit and see how low my sub count is. You can just trust me. Then allow me to shed some light on my industry. For those of you who don't know, we just hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel.
Oh shit! Congratulations,
please keep going.
Congratulations.
Is the proper response to that announcement. Also, may I add, it was with our 100th upload. Oh my goodness, yes, clap louder.
Nice.
That's exactly the reaction I wanted. Oh my goodness. But let me be the first to say, amidst your roaring clapping, please don't stop, that all the work we put in to get to this very moment, none of it was worth it. Not at all, not even a little bit. Am I lying? About 60%, but I'm still mad. I've been making videos on the internet.
Oh, why not? I mean, shit, I would love to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Doing some great things. You gotta be patient, young brother. You gotta be patient. Things don't happen overnight.
2 years, and I've changed a lot. The type of videos, my style of making videos, my process, I've grown as a creative, and I've done so much in that time. I like to thank the Academy, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. But from being very honest, if I knew it was going to take me 2 years to get here, I probably would have never started. And to be very honest with you, I thought I would have reached this point a lot quicker than I did. I want to see if I can hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I just want to give this a try and see where I end up.
I'm not judging.
Look at me. So young and stupid. I had big dreams, you see? Everybody was going to see my unadulterated, pure, raw talent. I was going to make videos for a living. I would be able to drop out of college. I'd be able to buy my parents a house. I'd show everybody that I grew up with and went to middle school with who didn't want to play with me on the monkey bars or didn't want to sit next to me at lunch because I wasn't one of the cool kids.
Where is this going? Where's this going? Where's this going?
They would see me online and I'd say, ha, I am one of the cool kids. Commentary YouTubers were gonna make video essays about me. I was inevitably gonna say something offensive on Twitter. I'd get canceled and I'd live the rest of my days knowing that I peaked at 19. It was gonna be great. Yeah, but that didn't happen. I didn't even get close. And to be honest, this is a failure.
Damn.
I'm aware of what I am. It was supposed to be a ticket to the easy life. But now that I've been doing this for a while, I've got to say, this is a lot more work than I thought it would be.
It's usually like that.
There's this really common assumption that this is easy. Now, is that true? Kinda? Look, I don't want to say it's like rocket science or brain surgery or whatever, but I'm like, it's hard work a little bit, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Because to the average viewer on YouTube, all all the work they have to do is essentially deciding which video they're going to watch while they eat lunch. They do it for 10 minutes and then they leave a like. But to the person making the video, they have to brainstorm the idea, research the topic, write the script, rewrite the script, rewrite the script. Wonder if they're any good at script writing, then rewrite the script. They have to record the video, re-record bits that they didn't like. If you'll excuse me, I'll just get the rest of my list here. We have edit the recording, sound design, make the title, make the thumbnail, and then do this whole process over again. Ever.
See, I think it depends on what type of like YouTuber you want to be. Like, those are great things to do. Shout out to everybody that does that. But depending on what type of YouTuber you want to be, you don't, like, you know what I mean? You don't really got to do a lot of that stuff. Should you write a script? If you're into that type of thing where you need a script, if you're starting from scratch, making everything from beginning, middle, end, yeah, you need to write a script. You need some ideas and all that good stuff. You need to learn how to edit. You got to record and, a lot of that. But I think it depends on what type of YouTuber you are. Like, if you play games, you don't got to do half of this stuff. I think a lot of your stuff come down to actually playing the game, being funny, and or being good at the game. You don't got to do both, but it will help, I would assume. And then, do your editing, and then you skip about a good 30, 40, about a good 50% of that, and then boom. So I think it varies YouTuber to YouTuber, depending on what type of, what is it called? Genre, what type of niche you're in. So it varies.
And this whole thing gets you maybe 7 views at first. It's not very fun, if I'm being honest, because you have to get good at selling yourself. For example, if you're a middle-aged woman and you want to make videos about Club Penguin, that's fantastic. But you have to understand, your goal is not to make videos about Club Penguin. It's to make me, a random stranger, care about videos about Club Penguin. These sound like very similar goals, but they are two completely different things.
That's very
true. You don't realize how much of making videos is really not about making videos. It's about making videos seem interesting. You have to learn how to get good at marketing. How am I going to convince random strangers on the internet to give up their precious time to watch my random crap? And
yeah, that's true, man. It's a trade-off. You invest your time and efforts and the payoff and return is going to be people viewing and watching and engaging with your content or whatever. So yeah, that's true. You're not just posting stuff because, hey man, listen, I'm just gonna post this because I can, which you could, but at the same time, it's like you're posting this and you're putting time and effort into whatever your content is, with the payout or return being that people watch and engage in what you're doing.
That we typically have to think about doing in our day-to-day life, unless we work in like sales or something. If we're talking about our interests, we don't have to worry about making people care about it, because your husband or your best friend can pretend to care about your interest all they want, but I'm a stranger. I don't have to do anything for you. I owe you nothing. Another thing
is true. That's true. And that's everybody, even your friends. It's like, yo, you share shit with your friends and be like, they your friends, but it's like, just because you share it to them don't mean they gotta watch that shit or engage in that shit. You could send them all the videos you want. Yo, watch this, and they could watch it for like 3 seconds and then be like, I'm not really interested in this. Or they'll sit there and just drag the shit out and watch it because it's only because of you. Like, oh, I'm only gonna watch this because you my mans, but I really don't give a fuck about it. So I'd rather people watch my shit genuinely because they want to watch it, instead of me like force sending a million copy link text messages to all my contacts. I'm not doing that shit, man. You see the shit, you see it. You like the shit, you like it. You want to watch another video, watch another video. You want to watch another TikTok, you watch another TikTok. I'm not going to sit here and record something and then as soon as I record it and touch it up or edit it or whatever, send it to everybody and they damn mama for them. Yo, bro, share my shit, bro. No, man. If it gets shared, it gets shared. Like, I want that shit to be natural. Let that shit flow, man. Let that shit do its thing, man. You know what I mean? Spray and pray, brother. Spray and pray.
Constant output. Because it's true, some days you wake up with the perfect idea and then you get immediately into writing and recording and editing and everything runs smoothly. You finish the video, you love it, you're laughing, you're crying. It's Oscar worthy. You put it out and you feel great. That's fantastic. Now do it again. Immediately.
Yeah.
forever.
For the rest
but
of your
the thing
life.
is, ideas don't come to you just whenever you want.
Life.
But whether they do or don't, you need them consistently. You gotta make something. You can't bank on one good idea. You need them over and over, week after week, because
you got some topics or some videos where people make series out of them. Like you make a nice little series. It'd be like, you have a topic or a video idea, and then next thing you know, you make a part 1, part 3, part 8, part 12, or one of 16 in the series, or whatever the case may be. You could kind of drag it out a little bit. You can kind of milk it a little bit. You know what I mean? And then until you buy yourself some time until you want to create your next big thing, or until you get the next big spark idea that pop up in your mind and be like, boom, got it. Now I can wean myself off of this and wean my audience off of that, and then we roll into the next John. Just keep the momentum up.
Are going to hit, and you need as many attempts as you can build up. And that task sounds really easy in theory, but in practice, it is annoying, stressful, and overall upsetting. But let's say you do all of that. You do all the work, you learn to sell yourself, and you're consistent with it. That is fantastic, but here's the thing. Nobody is going to care for a very long time. Now, I hear you asking, dear viewer,
unless
why
you get
is
lucky.
that? Well, let me tell you, the answer.
Or you just gotta be extremely good off the gate. Damn, we don't suck.
Maybe when YouTube looked like this.
Hell yeah, that's my YouTube right there.
I'm 20, not 100. If you...
I'm not that old. I am not that old.
Old right now, that feeling is correct, because you are. But from what I've been told, when YouTube looked like this, there was only like a handful of creators for a specific genre of things. Like gaming or sketch comedy or whatever Vsauce is. But now there's literally thousands of YouTubers for each genre, and there are new genres being made all the time. And the fact that there is an entire genre based on copying one person is enough proof that this market is saturated. Wouldn't you agree?
Maybe.
There's too many options. To illustrate, think of your favorite Chinese takeout place. They have no less than 5,000 items on the menu, yet you order the same 3 every time. There are just too many options, so you stick with what you know you will like, and you never change it ever. But what are the chances you're gonna try the 5,001st thing they put on the menu? The new version of sugary fried chicken bites with rice. Never. You're not gonna do it. Put the sweet and sour in the bag and leave me alone. That was a really incoherent.
Facts. But let's take the Chinese menu, analogy, right? You for the most part you get the same shit. You know, you got that's the Chinese menu, right? And then your favorite YouTubers or whoever you like to watch. You got that. Boom. Your favorite people you like to watch on YouTube are the same main items. You know, your Kung Pao chicken, your shrimp fried rice. That's them. But then, you know, you get some other things that, you know, your friends might recommend you to try that you'd be like, oh shit, if it wasn't for you, I would have never tried this. Or the algorithm will push a video to you, like that's them walking around with the free samples. Now you eating bourbon chicken and shit like that. That's how that work. And they be like, yo, I never got bourbon chicken before, but that free sample popped up, or that For You page. You see the correlation, right? Boom, now that popped up. Now your ass like bourbon chicken. You can add that to the list of your use. You know what I mean? Your main Jones that you stick to. And then boom, you got it. And then that's your friend sharing your content or sharing other people's content so that you know you can actually see them and be like, yo, this is actually dope. You know what I mean? Let me see what else they got posted. Let me see what else they be posting, what else they be doing. And they be like, oh shit. Then it leads you to subscribe to them or follow them or add their TikTok or whatever. And then you just keep it going. So now instead of you eating only 3 or 4 things on the menu, you up to 12. You know what I mean? You up to 12 items now because the shit that been passed around and shared by your friends and your coworkers and you know what I mean? Then boom. So that's how that work if you want a Chinese menu. I'm on the Chinese menu. I'm probably like list number, 387. I'm the spare ribs. You like ribs, but you probably like, oh shit, from the Chinese spot. But then if I pop up on your For You page and you try them ribs, you're like, oh shit, these some bomb ass ribs. I'm some bomb ass ribs.
saying people don't like to try new things, especially when there are too many options. Also, people are shallow. We say we want to be different, but really, we are liars because 90% of the time, we would just like to conform to what everybody else does in peace. Don't believe me? You ever notice how in any video, somebody says hot take or unpopular opinion, it's followed by just a really boring fact of life, and then everyone in the comments agrees? If thousands of people are agreeing to something, then was it really that unpopular of an idea? Clearly not, because people like what is popular and what has already been agreed to be good. And to see that a view count is high is a subconscious way of knowing that other people have seen this and liked this. It would have never gotten this popular if other people didn't like it, so surely I'll probably like it as well. It's your way of determining quality and to see if it's worth your time. Human nature. But to see a video with fairly few views comes across as low budget and frankly very loser-like, because you don't want to be the first one to watch it. It probably sucks. That's not what—
All right, let's be real. Everybody be real with themselves. This brother on to something with this. You see a video pop up and that joint only got 8 views, but then you see another video pop up, it got 50 views, and then you see another video that popped up in the same genre, same everything. You don't know the quality of it or anything. You don't know how right or wrong the video might be, nothing. But you see a video with 20 views, 50 views, and 10,000 views. Which one you gonna click? More than likely gonna click the 10,000 view one. It's even like when you look up something on YouTube just to see like a tutorial or something. You're more than likely gonna click the one that got the most views on it and then work your way down from there. But really the one you might really need might be that one with the 50 views on it. But you'll never get it that far because you see all these commas on the view count and you leave the single digit ones alone or the double digit ones alone and you don't even make it there. You know what I mean? Moral of the story is you gotta give them a try, man. You gotta give them a try. You gotta try that egg foo young on that Chinese menu.
You're important and your lunch is getting cold. Are you really gonna risk it on a video that you might not like? No. Are you stupid? So you put these two ideas together and it makes the workload for a smaller creator a lot harder than they probably realized it would be. Because at the end of the day, people are vain and you have to put almost more work into making the video look like it'll be interesting than actually making the video interesting. Why did you click on this video? Did you like the thumbnail? Did the title interest you? If it did, great. I did my job, and that's a compliment. Thank you. But okay, let me ask you something else. Did you notice how low the view count was? Again, if you did, and you clicked on it anyway, hats off to you, sir. We appreciate your services here at David Achu Productions. But if you didn't—
it was sent to me.
Be honest, if you had noticed it, would you have clicked on this? I'm not mad or anything.
It kind of worked both ways a little bit too, though, right? Because you got some people that'd be like, I don't want to say it's like a sympathy thing, but like, oh, let me watch this because it's only got 30 views. Let me, you know what I mean? Feel like you helping the cause or whatever. You feel, or some motherfuckers just feel pressure to, but like, oh shit, I gotta watch this, Joe. Let me help. Let me see what I can do. But you know what I mean? You got some people that won't click it because the view count is low. Then you got others that will only click it because the view count is low. You know what I mean? So it depends on the person. It depends on a group of people.
Asking this so you can question yourself, man. So you can feel bad and I can feel better about myself.
I know I do that shit. I'll watch a video with fucking 8 views for the
starting
fuck
a small
of it.
business is like you're putting a lot of time and effort into a new venture that you're hoping will make some sort of money. And let's be honest, I don't care what anybody says. You're in this for the money. You're not better than me. We all want money. Shut up. We all want money. I don't care if you're like, oh no, I'm only in it for the love of the game. I'm an artist. Yeah, you're an artist who wants money. So you open up shop and literally any sort of attention is a win. And sure, it's exhilarating at first, but you start to realize quickly that the amount of work you put in is not being proportionally rewarded. But you figure, hey, if I just work for X amount of time, I'm sure it'll all be worth it in the end. And then 10X amount of time passes and it still hasn't done that yet. And it's at this point that you start to wonder if it'll ever get off the ground or if any of your dreams will be realized. And the interesting thing about it is that, well, I assume similar to a small business or an artist, you're not fully respected by other people until it's successful. It's not something that you can really brag about or frankly talk about openly because you think people might judge you because you're not making money yet. Am I in frame? Yeah, I am. There we go. No! Oh, my bad. I mean, no.
When you talk to people that don't really understand, or don't really be engaged with stuff like this, content creating or whatever you want to call this shit, the first thing they say out of their mouths when people find out you upload to YouTube or people find out like you're on Twitch, they be like, "Oh, you make any money yet? Oh, how much money you make doing that?" Like, that's the first thing that people that really aren't into that type of thing, that's the first thing that they say out of their mouths. "Oh man, how much did you?" It always come back to a monetary thing. It always come back to money. First thing they think about when they hear that shit is money. You make any money yet? How much money did you make over there? You getting paid to do that yet? Like, and sometimes it's condescending the way they say it. Like, we really smack shit out of motherfuckers when they be saying shit like that. But then I be like, man, you know, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. No rush. No rush. We'll get there. Don't make it sound. Don't patronize me though.
So you're working, grinding, hustling, trying to get the kinks out and trying to get better and better with time, but it's just not working. And as crushing as this is for you, nobody's gonna care because it's not that big a deal to them. Aw, your little video didn't get as many views as you want. Aw. Most of the time, the hustle will not be respected until the results meet the expectations of other people, which sucks because a lot of the time, results almost never do that in the beginning. Last week, I uploaded what was my most successful video in almost 2 years. Now I know it doesn't have a lot of views, but shut up, let me have this. And for the past week, I have obsessively watched its view count slowly trickle up. I've read every comment, I've looked at every analytic, I've observed it and watched it from the corners and shadows of YouTube Studio like a creep. It's been a truly fun time for me. With that being said,
that YouTube Studio app dangerous.
I'm about to say something a little bit vulnerable, but I feel like I've created a safe space here for all of us. You ready? If this video does not do greater or equal numbers, I will set something on fire. A match.
Don't crash out.
That is the thing that's meant to catch on fire, silly. Of course I wasn't talking about a building or like a plot of land. I would love to believe this how this works. You get better and better, and with time your views and attention goes up and up, but it's not. It's never linear. It's just weird. Sometimes it just fails. And you can try adjusting thumbnails and titles and tags. And yeah, I'm sure that'll do something sometimes for some people, but most of the time, you just have to do it again and hope, which is such an interesting mental thing because it's been said that the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result, but that's exactly what you're doing. I mean, you're getting a little bit better every now and then, but you're essentially making the same thing over and over and over, and you keep hoping.
My take on thumbnails, thumbnails, right? It's like sometimes thumbnails could be, you know, like you have an old raggedy busted up looking ass car, right? But then you pop the hood on that joint and you got a fucking LS swapped engine under that joint, or you got this banged up, rusted out punch buggy, but then you lift up the hood or the trunk, depending on what kind of punch buggy you got, and it's a fucking 8-cylinder, a fucking V8 twin turbo, like, you know what I mean? Pushing 1,200 horses. The shit pop wheelies when it pull off, like, but it's old and busted. But like, that's how I be feeling about thumbnails. It'd be like, man, this car look raggedy as shit. But then if you actually click the video, be like, oh, this is interesting as fuck. Or you can have a bomb ass thumbnail. You can have a dope ass looking Escalade, but then the fucking engine ain't shit. You open up the hood, it's all fucked up. Every check engine light is on. The dashboard look like a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? And the thumbnail looks amazing, but it ain't no quality to the video at all. Nothing. So like, I don't be letting like thumbnails be too crazy, like nothing wild, because you know what I mean? Like, and then once you start getting reach towards people, and then they actually know who you are yourself, I don't really be too pressed about me personally what somebody's thumbnails looks like. Like, take Queso, for example. Look at some of his thumbnails. His thumbnails is just really him in the game that he's playing. But we know Queso and we love Queso, so we're gonna be like, oh shit, Queso drop. We clicking that motherfucker without a doubt. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't gotta, I believe you don't gotta put that much effort into the thumbnail as much as the quality of what you got going on once I click on your video. I'm not stressing about what your thumbnail look like. at all. I want to see what you got going on when I click this goddamn video. That's what I care about.
Different, and then it's probably not going to be. You do start to feel a little crazy. At the end of the day, it's just deeply demoralizing.
You gotta be
so
a little
much effort
crazy
into something you know you're good at, or at least you think you are, and you think you're getting better, and you're improving day by day, and yet it's never getting a chance to be seen. It only makes you question.
It will.
Am I good at this?
You are. You gotta believe in yourself. You are.
Am I funny?
Hell yeah. Funny as shit. Got my attention.
Is this worth it?
Damn right. Part 5.
That was a lot of self-pity, wasn't it? My bad. Yes, it is easy to think like that, but I'm gonna need you to lock in, all right? This is the happy part of the video. You ready? Put the numbers aside. You ever make something that genuinely made you happy? Like it's funny, or it's really well edited, or it's just overall, it makes you feel creative. You ever get those feelings? I really hope that feeling never goes away, because it is genuinely fun and enjoyable.
That dopamine.
So in that way, you always know there's some sort of sentimental or emotional benefit that you get out of this, some sort of reward that you feel an inner pride. You'll always have that no matter what. Well, you'll always have it as long as you're trying, that is. Okay, back to the numbers for a second. It is so easy to blame everything on the all-knowing and all-powerful algorithm. But riddle me this, Sherlock. Is it possible that maybe, just maybe, your videos suck? Don't get me wrong, I've been there. Every bad title, every boring thumbnail, every stupid idea, every 2-month hiatus followed by feeling bad for yourself, then announcing that you were gonna get back into it, making 2 videos, they both flop, and then going on an even longer 2-month hiatus. How can it be even longer? They're both 2 months.
I'm sure 90% of people did that.
I was there through all of this, all right? We are in this together, but it gets better. Because you just have to accept that, yeah, I might suck at this. Most people do. But you get over it, you get better, and then eventually you suck less. The question is for you, is it worth the effort to get from here where you suck and you're bad at this to get over here where you're slightly less worse at this? Because it's a long journey. And for some people, the answer is no. And that's fine. It's good to get that out of the way now so that you can spend your time doing something that you would enjoy and that you would get better at. But if the answer is yes, then we've got work to do. It's very important that as much as possible, you remove your emotions from this process, or at the very least, do not let them dictate your actions. As we discussed in the previous video, failure does not make you a failure. Just because you couldn't do fractions as an 8-year-old does not mean you do not deserve love. You have to view failures as a learning experience. This flopped. Okay, why? What do I need to cut? What do I need to add? Post, get feedback, adapt, try again. Despite the numbers or anything else, I can always take pride in that over these 2 years, I have grown as a speaker, as a script writer, as an editor, and as a 4th thing. It has also recently changed my mindset towards work and patience and believing in myself. Not too much, but also not too little. You gotta find the balance, but I've learned it, I'm doing it. And now, even if this were the last piece of media I ever made, at least I now have an entire library of dumb ideas that became reality.
There you go.
No one can take that from me. Unless YouTube deleted my channel, but that would be rather rude of them. I'm kind of hoping they don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That was dope. That was dope. He was spitting some facts. Good job. Shout out to bro for sending me that. You're not crazy. Being a small creator is hard. E-R-er. Harder. That was pretty dope. I agree with everything Bo was saying. For real, for real. I agree with everything Bo was saying. Damn, that was a bomb-ass video. Yo, shout out to David Achu, man. Shout out to David Achu. I'm going to put the link to this video down in the description so that y'all can click and watch the full video yourselves without my big-ass head in the video. And so that he could get the views that he deserves as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, man. Keep him coming. Let's see how many views this fucking video has. 429K views. This must have been one of them joints that started off slow, but then boom, here we are. 429K views. He was talking about reaching 1,000 subscribers. He's on to 163K subscribers. Shout out to him, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm gonna post down in the description where you could take a look, click this link, click this channel. You know what I mean? Watch his other videos. See what else he got going on. I enjoyed the video. Shout out to you, Dave Achu. Shout out to you, brother. You know what I mean?